Hello guys, so welcome to today's class. So today we'll be talking about how to create a website without you having any understanding on coding or any coding skills. So today I'll be taking you on how to create websites from scratch to the end without you having any experience in coding. So what I'm gonna be using to do this the platform I'm gonna be using to achieve this is this. Now we're gonna be using WordPress. So once you hear WordPress, you might think, okay, you're going to buy hosting, buy domain, all those stuff, blah blah blah. No, we are not going to be needing that today. So what we are gonna do is creating a website locally. You get? So we are going to be creating a website locally. So once we are creating a website locally, we don't need a hosting or a domain name, a registered domain name. So we are going to be doing everything locally and free for those that don't have a hosting already. So everything will literally be done locally. So you don't you're using desktop. So let's without wasting much of your time, let's just dive into what WordPress is. So WordPress is the world most popular open source content management system. Get it powers over 40% of the word websites globally. So this WordPress now is just a content management system. You get it manages the content that you put in it, then displays it. So with this WordPress, you are able to create your website without needing to code. You have to just use drag and drop options. So you could create your WordPress without even having any understanding on coding. So you'll be able to create websites. So this class now is basically how to is to teach you how to create websites without you needing to code. So we will dive into it. Let me explain other things you'll be needing. You actually be needing so you'll be needing the WordPress file, then you'll be needing XAMPP. Since we talked about creating the WordPress locally, so what you are going to be needing is a XAMPP, a server, a local server. So a local server now, to use a local server, you have to install the local server on your machine. Once you install the local server on your machine, then you set it up. So once it's been set up now, then you could actually configure your WordPress file to run your installation. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the practical aspects. So first thing you need is the WordPress file. So you just search in your browser WordPress. So to download a WordPress, you have to go to wordpress.org. Then to download a XAMPP, you go to XAMPP. You just type XAMPP in your browser, click enter. So these are the key things that you need for creating a WordPress website offline. So but once you want to create online, I'll create a class, a tutorial covering that later. But now we are basically talking about how to create it locally. So what you're gonna do is this: you're gonna click on this get WordPress. Once you click on that, it should start downloading automatically. So I have the file already, so there's no need of me downloading it again. The XAMPP, same thing with the XAMPP. So is my network is a bit lagging, so bear with me. So that's the thing needed. Okay, see it here. You could see that I've clicked here before because I've downloaded it before. It's installed in my system. You just open it in a new tab, or you could just click to open directly. So this is it. So once the file is installed and once it's downloaded, so you could just click on download get version for Windows. Click here. Click on this Windows. So it will start downloading automatically. See, it will just start downloading. Give it a second or two to start downloading. Then once it's done downloading, um, you install it. So let me not waste much of your time. I'll be providing this. I'll be providing the files that you need. So let me not waste much of your time. So let me just go over here. Then let's look for the files. Okay. So here is it. Okay, this elementor, and okay, we'll be using this elementor. Let me look for the file. Should be around there. So let me look for the file. Okay, here is it. I think is this. Okay, this is the XAMPP. So I'm gonna copy. So I'm gonna look for, yeah, here is it. I'm gonna paste this. I'm gonna paste this here. I'll be sending you guys the file, so don't bother about downloading the files and all those stuff. So let's see. Here is the WordPress. So you copy, then you, okay, let me just paste it. So that I will be sending you the folder. You don't need to download it. You get. So here are the files that we'll be using to work. These are the files. There are more to come. So okay, so we need this Elementor now is the plugin that we'll be using. This the the plugin. Okay, I will talk about this plugin later on in the video. So this is it now. So let's dive into how after installation. Let me see if I will show you on how to install this XAMPP. That's the only thing you need to install. So you double click, so it will bring out the installation wizard. Sorry for that. So you click on yes. So once you click on yes, yeah, it should bring up the installation wizard. You just give it a moment or two. Um, it should bring up the installation. Let's just close all this tab, then refresh. Yeah, I think it's because it's open on my system. Let me just close it up. I have it already, so I'm not installing. I just want to show you the process on doing that. So let's try again. Run as administrator. So you click on yes. Okay, it's coming up now. So you see, this is it now. So you click on next. So select next. So you see, this error you're seeing right here is this is because I already have XAMPP installed in my system. You get, so that's why it's not gonna work. So I'll just cancel. It can't move to the next stage. But for you now installing for the first time, keep clicking next to it installs finish. Then there will be a window pop out telling you to what is it saying? Telling you to allow. Just keep allowing it to the installation is done and everything is being set up. So once it's been set up, the next thing you're gonna do is this now is you're gonna come to your file explorer, then you click on this PC, then you scroll down to your local disk. You open your local disk, then you find a folder named XAMPP. So you're gonna open this XAMPP. So in this XAMPP folder, you're gonna look for the folder named htdocs. So here is it. Here is it. You open it. So this htdocs is where you'll be creating the folder you're gonna work with. So here you're gonna create the folder that you're gonna work with. So currently I have a folder that I'm gonna work with. Okay, let me create from scratch. So you name your folder anything. So you click here new. You click folder. So as you click on this folder, what you're gonna do is this now is you're gonna name the folder anything you want to name it. So you could name it what's it called, anything you want to name it. So I'll be naming mine DT concepts. So enter. So you see it has been created now. So once it's created, what what you're gonna do next is this. So I told you that I'll be providing the file for you. So what you're gonna do now is this. Let's open this in a new window so as to be separate so that you could be seeing what I'm doing. So shift this here, then shift this here. Okay. So you go into this WordPress class. So here is the WordPress. So I'm gonna copy the WordPress, then I'm gonna paste it here. So that's it. I paste it here. So it's being pasted. Next thing you have to do is to extract the file you've copied. Then you click on extract here. It might take a moment or few minutes or seconds to get done, but it's gonna be fast, I think. So it's almost done. So it's done now. So what you're gonna do next is come in into the extracted file. Then you see the files here. You Control A, highlight all, then Control X to cut it. Then you come out of that folder. Then you come back here. Then you Control V to paste all the file and folders you've copied. So once you're done, you delete this file. Just delete it from there. Yeah. So this is how it needs to be. So after doing this, the next thing you're gonna do is this. Open your XAMPP which you have installed. So once the XAMPP folder XAMPP app is open, what you're gonna do next is this. You're gonna start the Apache and the MySQL. So you click on this My Apache, this Apache and MySQL. Just click on the start button. So it's gonna start. You could see this MySQL has started. The Apache is still starting. Once the Apache is complete, it will show green. So you get. So while waiting for it, let's go to our Chrome. So here is the Chrome. Let's cancel this stuff. So you don't need it anymore. So let's open a new file from tab. Sorry. So here in the new tab, you're gonna type localhost. So let's go here. Then we're gonna type localhost here. So here is it, localhost. No, not this localhost. Just localhost here. Yes. So it will pop out this dashboard. So this localhost now is just um this is just a dashboard of the server. This is a server. They have different servers you could use, but for the sake of this class we'll be using this XAMPP server. So they have different servers you could use for this, but I prefer this XAMPP. I prefer this XAMPP for WordPress files. So what I have to do next now is click on this PHP my admin. This now will redirect you to your dashboard, your database, sorry, to redirect you to your database. So once it redirects you to your database, wait, there's let not be confused. It doesn't use data to run. So let me off my data. Let me just put it on flight mode so that you understand that it doesn't use data to run. It runs on its own. It doesn't need any data at all to run. So what you're gonna do is this now. Once you click on the PHP my admin, it's gonna redirect you to the database. Okay, so it's turned off now. You could see that. So let's cancel and refresh. So you could see that it's still working. See, it's still working. So let's click on this PHP admin. I think the Apache is still starting. That's why it's taking long. Okay, it's working now. Okay, so let's see. It shouldn't take much time. But I think why it's taking this time is this: the Apache took time to work. So let's just give it a moment to get open very soon. This is taking much time than expected. Let me refresh. Let me open it. So you're gonna type localhost. Does it? So we see. Let's just try again. Yeah, I think it's loading now. So you see, okay. Here is the dashboard. The database. So here are the database. Here is where you'll be creating all your database. In a website, once it's related to back end stuff, you need a database where you could store all the information you're working you're working on. So for WordPress, as we are using this server, we are storing all our content here in the database, both the images, the pictures, or anything, the contents you are using, the numbers, the informations, everything will be stored here in the database. The amount of users that are gonna create the account, the amount of admin that we are gonna put, everything, literally everything will be stored here in the database. So you get, but this is not where we will be working on mainly. So I'm just going to show you how to create a database. So what you're gonna do is come here. You see new on the left side of the screen. So you click on the new. So it will show you a windows for creating a new database. So you see here is the windows for creating a new database. So what you're gonna do is this now. So you're gonna type in the same folder name that you've created. So let me just emphasize on this. Once you're creating a new database, you have to create it according to the folder you have created before. There is a reason behind this. So you're gonna create the folder, the database according to the folder you have created. So I'll explain on the reason why I'm saying you should do this. Just use the same name, the same syntax for both the database and the folder you've created, which you copied your WordPress file into. So what we are gonna use here is DT. Okay, to be on the safer side, what I'm gonna do is this now. I'm gonna go back to this place. So I'm gonna just go back a bit. Then I'll right click, then click on rename. Then I'm gonna just copy the name. So I'm gonna copy Ctrl C, then hit enter. So you come back here, you Ctrl V to paste. So you see, you Ctrl V to paste, then you create and click on create. Don't change anything, just input the database name, then you click on create. So once the database has been created, it will ask you to create new tables. So take note, you don't actually need to create any table. Just skip this part and go to privileges. So you click on privileges. So it will take you to the privileges page. So what you're gonna do is add user account. Click on this add user account. So as you click on this add user account, what you're gonna do here now is type in the same name that you use for the database. So since it's still copied, what I'm gonna do is just Control V. Oh, sorry, Control V. Okay. So I'm in this host name. You select localhost. So this localhost that I selected, then this password, you could use any password of your choice. You could use your password of your choice, or you could just generate a password, but I suggest to generate a password, but you could also use any password of your choice. So if you're if you are using if you're using your own password or you're generating a password, what you're gonna do is this now. So let's minimize everything first. So I'm gonna minimize everything. So what I'm gonna do now is this. I'm gonna create a new file. So I'm gonna create a new file. So see it here, text document. So I'm gonna name it password. Okay, let me do it. W space pass. Just name the file anything you could remember. So you open up the file. So once it's open up, what you're gonna do is this. Now you're gonna type username colon enter. Then you type password. Sorry. Okay. So you go back to your database. So this is the username. So what you're gonna do this now, here is this. Now you copy, come here, username file, you paste. So here now, since I'm gonna use generating password, I'm gonna just click generate. So you see, so here is the password it generated for me. So I'm gonna just copy. So I'm gonna copy it, then I'll come back to this place, then I'll paste it here. Do you know why I'm doing this? The reason behind this is this. Using this generated password gives you a strong password, a very strong password. So you could use that, but if you don't want to use that, you could just create your own password by yourself. So you come down to this global privileges, you click on check all. It's gonna check all the privileges here. So these privileges is literally what you are going to be doing in the database. Once you don't do this here now, it's gonna limit what you're gonna do with this database. So you understand now that you what we are doing now is to create a website. So we need all the privileges, both to add table, lock table, create table, delete table, all those type of tags. We need access to everything to change, create, do all sort of things. So we are going to give um privileges to all. For see, here is it now for data. Then you give privileges to select, insert, update, delete file. Then structure, create, alter, index, drop. You get this the format or the structure. Then administration, you get, you could just grant, then super process, reload, shutdown, all those stuff. This is just for the admin side. So this is all you need. So don't touch anything in this SSL. Just click on go. So everything is now set. So let me not save the password since I've saved it elsewhere. Just cancel that. So that's all you're gonna do here for the database. What you're gonna do next is this. So what you're gonna do next is this now. Let's go to, since the WordPress database has been created, what you're gonna do next is this now. So you're going to come here, you're gonna create, write input, type localhost. Sorry, what am I typing? Localhost slash then you input that what's it called, your folder name. Input the folder name which you have created. So in my own case is DT concepts. So I hope there is a mistake there. Sorry about that, I didn't see the on time concepts. So you hit enter. Let's check if I spelled it correctly. um Let me just confirm if I spelled it correctly. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. So that's it. Just give it a time to load. I don't know why these stuffs are taking much time, but I don't actually know why it's taking so much time to load. It doesn't usually take up to this amount of time to load. But let's just give it a moment, a minute or two to load up. What he's doing currently right now is pulling up the file which you created over, which you have copied over here. Let's see here. Yeah, this htdocs then here. This is the file it's trying to load. It's gonna load everything that is here now. So it's compiling them to display to us here. So it's gonna take a bit. I think I'm gonna have to cancel reload. So let's retype again. Localhost slash dt concept. Okay, what I'm gonna do this. Let me not make any mistake. I'm just gonna copy. Control C. So in order not to make any mistake, so you just copy, then you paste. So that's it. That's a way to prevent maybe all this typo error and all those stuff. You just copy and paste. Okay, so it's now loaded. So the thing we are gonna do next is to click on this let's go. So let's get on with the installation process. So these windows that is showing you currently now is installation process of the WordPress. Here is where you impute the database name which you have created already. So you're gonna still impute that database name that you created which is related to your file. So you're gonna just delete this. You don't need admin username. You could use the same name. Sometimes I do advise you use the same name and password, username and password, so it will be easy for you. But sometimes I always advise, since you are doing it here on the local host, you could use the same. But once you're doing it online, it's not advisable to use the same username and password because it will be easy to be once a hacker get access to one of your password, he could use it to try a lot of apps or softwares. So guys get the you're gonna have to change your your password and username at a time. Sometimes don't actually use the same username and password for a long time or for different WordPress account. So you're gonna click on run installation. So this is not gonna install the WordPress into the database which we have created. So that's what it's gonna do now. So this install, let me cancel this so that you could see the whole screen. See, it have installed it. So it's saying welcome to the famous 5 minute WordPress installation process. Just filling your information, blah 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 blah. So here now, you're gonna actually impute any the site name, all those stuffs. So I'm still gonna stick with the dt concept. So you could now use capital letter to type. uh, so username, I'm still gonna use the old username. So I'm gonna have to copy, oh sorry, I'm just gonna have to copy. I just paste. The password, I still gonna use the same password. I don't want to get the password all mixed up. So I'm just gonna copy the password. I'm gonna paste. So email, just type on any email at all. Let's put the email doesn't necessarily have to be a working email. You could actually impute any email as long as it's offline. But once it's online, you you actually need to put in a working email. So click on install WordPress. So just give you a moment of few minutes to get done. Okay, our installation is done now. Let me cancel this. I don't actually need it. Our installation is done now, so we're gonna click on login. So basically, the installation is now all set. The installation is all set for everything now. So the next thing we're gonna do this is let's talk about the plugins and the theme. So let me log in first. The once it's logged in all those stuff, now we'll talk about the remaining stuff. Yeah, let's talk about. So here we're just gonna click in our account. Okay, was it again? DT concepts. This is the password. Sorry. You have seen my password. Okay, let's clean and paste the password. Then go back here and copy the username. So you click on, okay, let's just check this, remember me. So it won't log us out anytime soon. So you click on login. So once you click on this login, it should redirect you to your dashboard. It's gonna redirect you to your dashboard. Yeah, voila. Here is it. We are in our dashboard. So let's just cancel this again once again. So we are in our dashboard. So you could browse through the dashboard to see. So here is it. This is the dashboard of your WordPress file. So we are just a step away. You just few step away from starting up our WordPress site. Very soon, just calm down. Are you excited? I hope you're excited for this class. So you're gonna actually be learning how to create a website locally. You don't even need to pay for hosting. You don't even need to buy domain. Some of these courses now that you see, they will tell you have to buy a domain. You have to purchase um a web domain, a domain name, then a web host. So you don't actually need that here. You're gonna do everything locally. You don't need to stress yourself to buy domain, then buy hosting, start spending a lot of money at this stage. Remember, we are learning, you in the learning stage. Sometimes you do need to make sacrifices, but let's just start with this local setup. We will still reach to the extent. I'll be dropping a video for the online aspect, but everything we are gonna do here, we are gonna do it locally. You get? We don't actually need to connect to the internet to start doing some things, apart from downloading files that we need. So which the files, I've actually downloaded the files. I'll just be giving you the files. So the next thing we have to do is to install our plugins. So here, so you come here and see plugins, then we click on install plugins or add plugins. Let's just click on add plugins. So in the installed plugins is in plugins that have been installed already. Okay, wait. Once it's loaded, I'll show you. Okay, let's just go to. Okay, it's loading already. So let's just go back to install plugins. Let me show you the plugins that have been installed already by WordPress itself. So sometimes, especially when you're working online, when you're working with WordPress online, any any plugin that you're not using, just go ahead and delete. Like this one, I'm gonna just delete. I don't need it, so I'm gonna delete it. Why I said you should delete it, so that it won't occupy much space for your file. Once you're creating online aspects, once you're creating online, you guys make your WordPress file, let the weight be less, so that it will be very fast to load. It makes your website come out, like load very fast. The content in your website will be loading very fast. So that's it for this now. So we are gonna click add plugin. So once we click this add plugin, it's gonna bring out the add plugin windows that we just saw previously. So here is it. So what you're gonna do is to upload plugin. So you're gonna choose a file. So the file format you're gonna choose is in a zip format. It's mainly it should be in a zip format. So let's look for our file. Okay, here is it. So here, so you're gonna click. Okay, this is the Elementor Pro. Okay, let's click on the open. We still need, before we could use this Elementor Pro, let's install now first. We still need the Elementor itself, which is actually available. Let me copy it here. uh, let me go over here. So here is the Elementor. Let me just copy. Okay, let me copy. The tray is important, so let me copy. Control C, and then you go back to the WordPress file, then you paste. Use Control V. So the plugin has been installed successfully. So let's go to install plugins now. You could see that the plugin is installed. Let it load. Okay, here is it now. You could see the Elementor Pro. So let's add the Elementor. After adding the Elementor, then I'll explain what this Elementor is all about. So click on upload plugin, then choose file. Okay, so you're gonna select Elementor, then install. You click on install to install it. This is actually taking much time to do. I don't know why it's taking this amount of time. Let's just give it a moment or two. As we are waiting for it, let me be explaining what it does. So literally what this Elementor does is it gives the user the advantage to, or the ability to say, the ability to be able to create websites using drag and drop method. You don't actually need to code, you don't actually need to write even a single line of code to create your website and get it running. So you're literally gonna be using drag and drop method to do to create your website. So this Elementor now is the plugin that gives you the ability. So when talking about plugins now, let me explain what plugins are. So okay, further exceeded time, so it's actually exceeded the amount of time you should, which is not proper. So let's redo it. So let me continue with the explanations. A plugin now is literally it add more function to the website. If you want your website to do a lot of things at the same time, like let's take for instance downloading, someone could download things, themes or softwares or files or music or anything in your website. There's a plugin to do that. But then when you want people to be able to purchase something, there is a plugin for that. Then when you want your users to do any sort of thing you want them to do, there is a whole lot different plugins to do that, you get. So that's what is there. um let's click open. Then oh sorry, install. Okay, let's cancel this. Oh, let's re-choose. I made a mistake there. um, so we are gonna click on this now. Okay, then we click install and see if it will be faster this time around. Okay, so as I was saying, the plugin is used to add more functionalities to the website. You're gonna it's gonna add more functionality to the website, making the website more interactive, user friendly, then and more catchy. It will have a lot of functionalities, things to do, things that you could do in the website. So that's what it literally does. So I don't know why this Elementor is wasting time to unpack. I don't know why it's wasting so much time, sha. Let's just wait and see if it's gonna work. So let's check. Let me check something. This is taking much time. It's taking a very good amount of time. It's taking a very good amount of time. So since it didn't actually work, um, I think we'll be using only the pro version of it. So let's actually leave this. But we actually need this sha, but I'll work on that. I'll work on that. So let's add other. Let's go to this theme, then go to themes. So in this appearance, we are going to see the themes we are gonna work with. So what this theme does is it's like a blueprint of what your site is gonna look like. So once you choose a perfect theme, it's gonna give you a whole lot of functionalities. So this is the default theme that WordPress file comes with. So I'm gonna click on add theme. So once you click on add theme, now we're gonna look for a theme that is good and neat. So there is a theme that I downloaded. I will be sending the theme to you right away as part of the files that I'm gonna send. So we're gonna click on upload. So if you have internet connection, you'll be able to see a lot of themes here you could choose from. So since we are doing this offline, we're gonna be choosing from the ones we've downloaded. So let's go with this a theme. So we are gonna go with this. So click on open. So since it's open, click on install. It's gonna install the theme into our WordPress file. So once it's been installed, we could see how our site is gonna look. But let it reload. It's not unpacking. Let's just say it doesn't. I hope it doesn't do the same thing that the Elementor did. Okay. Okay. So it's been. So you're gonna activate, or you could go to Teams page. Any one of them could serve. Just click. So once you clicking on activate, it's gonna activate the theme. So here is the theme. So here you could do a live preview to see how the theme looks like. So let's do a live preview to see. So why you need a better theme is this: once you have a good theme, it helps in the functionality. You could use it for anything, but there are some themes where when you download it, it limits you to things you're gonna do. It doesn't actually do everything you want it to do. So this selecting a good theme now is gonna help you do a lot of things. It's gonna help you. So there you come up, there you come up. Let's just wait a bit. Okay, okay, it's coming up. So this is the theme, how it's gonna, the template you're gonna work with. You haven't actually customized anything. So once you are done customizing, you look better than this, very very much better than this. You get. So this is just an explanation on how of team one. That's what I'm doing for you here now. So let's go back. So we're back. So okay, it's been activated. So it's the selected team now that is currently in hand. So this is it for the appearance and theme, the plugins. Let me try the plugin again. Let me try adding that Elementor again. So these themes I'll be deleting it very soon because I won't be needing them. But let me try this now. Let me try this Elementor. So click on choose file again. Then you click on this Elementor. Then you click on open. Then you click on install. Let's hear what he's gonna say this time around. Okay. Same process. Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna actually work this time. So it's still not unpacking yet. I think I will download another Elementor. I think this one is maybe it's not compactable, or I don't actually know where the fault is coming from. So later I'm gonna check where the fault is coming from. Then I'll still do a video covering that. So um okay, since it's not unpacking, let's click on install plugins. Let's just go to install plugin. I think we'll be using only the pro version of Elementor. I wanted to show you how the Elementor looks without the pro version and how it looks with the pro version. So I'm gonna click activate. Okay, it's activating right now. So yeah, it's activating. Okay, I think it's activated now. So our Elementor Pro is now active. So okay, see, Elementor Pro requires installing the Elementor plugin. So you see, it actually needs the Elementor plugin to work. Is this there is no installing or activating or unpacking. Let's try again to get the file. So let's upload. Let's try again. Let's try again. Okay. So let's click here again. So let's see if it's gonna actually work this time around. And let's just give it a little time, see if it's gonna work. It's taking a very amount of time. Okay, let's try uploading the Elementor again. So we click on upload, choose file. So we're gonna choose Elementor. So we're gonna click open. So install. So you just take a moment or a few moments to install the plugin. Let's just wait patiently. Successfully, it's been installed successfully. So let's just click on activate plugin at once. So let's go back. Let's go over here, then refresh here. So it should be appearing here now saying the Elementor was added. Mm, let's click install plugin first. Don't actually know why this is actually slow loading. So let's see. Okay, you could see that is actually here. So activate. Click on that to activate. So once this is actually done, so we will head straight to creating our portfolio website. So for this class, we'll be creating a portfolio website. So this website is gonna it's not gonna contain much pages. It's just going to contain like 4 or 5 pages. Let's say 4 pages. The about page, the what's it called, service page, contact page, and home page. That's just 4 pages that is gonna contain. So okay, the Elementor has activated successfully. So the Pro is gonna add first theme. So we are going to be changing the theme. So let me show you guys the theme that I've used. That I'm using. So I'll open this in new tab. So you can see here now that this cadence, this condensed theme. Why I changed the theme, that when I was going through the functions and features of the theme we were using before, it wasn't actually meeting what we had to do. So I had to change. So we are going to be using condensed theme for now. So for the sake of this class, it's gonna be condensed theme. Okay, let me show you. I will also be providing I'll be providing that in the I'll be providing the condensed theme for those of you that actually need it. So this is it, condense. That's what we are going to be using now. So the theme is quite good, and it serves a lot of things. You could use it for a lot of websites. So let's go back to this dashboard. Okay, so we will be starting. So for the start, we'll be okay. Let me write down the stuffs we are to be creating. So let me check if it's written down already. Let me minimize. Okay, so what we are going to be doing is we are going to create new. Click here, new. So let me just, so first thing first we have to do is to create a menu. We are going to be creating a menu. We are going to be creating a menu. So once you create a menu, then we create our header. So we are going to create a header. Then after the header, we are creating the hero section. So after the hero section, we are we are to create the about section. So after the about section, we are going to be creating let's say service section. Service section. So after service should be our project section. After project, we have to create our contacts. Then after contacts, we have to create our footer. That's the last thing we will be creating. So basically, this is just for sections. These are the sections that we'll be creating. Let me just add it. So these are the sections that we'll be creating for this. So we also be creating pages. You also be creating pages. So for here, for pages, it's just this about contact, and so for these pages, so this is what we'll be creating, the pages we are going to be creating. Just let me clean out this sex. These pages, let me just do pg. These are the pages we are going to be creating now. So it's just literally 1 2 3 4. So for the home section, I'm not gonna create. Okay, let me add the home section as well as page, because it's a page, home page. So these are the pages we are going to be creating. So let's, without wasting much of our time, let's just dive in and start creating what we need to create. So first thing that we made mention we are creating is the menu. So come on your dashboard, just hover or click on appearance, then you will see menu. You click on the menu, so it will bring you over here, so you could see. So let's create our menu. So just name it menu. So click primary, then click on create. Okay, So once it's created, I think it's created. Yeah, disconnect. Okay, yeah, it's created. Here it's created. Our menu is created successfully. So let's go to pages. So what we are going to do next is to create pages. Okay, so add. We are going to right click, open a new tab, right click again, open a new tab. So just do this up to 5 times. Okay, here is it now, 5. So you click to make sure it's open. I'm just showing you a trick on how to do this faster. Okay, it's loading. It's still taking a bit time. A little time. Okay, so here is it now. So it's still okay. So first of all is the home, right? So we'll be creating the home. You click on publish, publish. So you move to the next one. That they're still loading. Yeah, it's taking time to load. So this is publishing. It's publishing already. It's publishing. Okay, this one is open now, but it's still loading. Okay, so this one will be the about. Okay, click on publish. Yeah, this still publishing also. Okay, this one is now live. So this one should be live very soon. So it's remaining these 3. Ah, it's taking very huge amount of time. So this one is done. Let's just close the page and wait for these ones to finish. Oof, it's taking a lot of time. This still publishing as well. Let's see. Okay. Okay, about is live now. Let's see if these ones have loaded. Still loading. They are still loading. Okay, so this will be the service. This will be the service. Click on publish. So this one is okay. It's live now. Just close. Okay, let's go back. Publish. Let's go back over here. Then this should be the project. It should be projects. Then click on publish as well. Then you click on the last one. So the last one will be the contact. Oh, sorry about that. Contact. So you click on publish. Okay, this live now, this live now. This should be going live very soon. So let's close here. Close this. So this is it now. Once it's done, we'll close it as well. So what we are going to be doing here now is to view all. Still coming in. If we send. Okay. We are going to be doing now is to just refresh. Let's refresh. It's still publishing also. Okay, it's live now. So let's just close here. Okay. So next thing you're gonna be doing this is hover over templates, then you go to team builder. As you're waiting for that to load, open this in a new tab. Okay, hover over team builder. So you are going to see team builder. You're going to right click, open in a new tab. So as the team builder is loading, let's be doing other things. So this one is about to finish loading. Okay, now it's loaded up. So what you're going to do here is this. Now in the menu, we are still back to the menu. So go back to the menu side. You're gonna see add menu items, menu structure, then you see pages. You could close this. You could see post, you could see custom links, you could see category. So this we are doing is just a menu. So we'll be using pages, so that because we want it to redirect to pages. Once when you click on this, it will redirect you to a page. So yeah, that's why we are using pages. So let's click here, then we select the pages we have created. So you see, so I selected about home, about service, project and contact. So I'm gonna click add menu, add to menu. So it's gonna add them to our menu. Okay, so you see now. Okay, let's arrange. So home should be the first, about the second, contact come down, no, not sub item. So this one should go up. No, should we like this? No, let's put it like this. Okay, it's okay now. So we are going to click on, okay, let's check something. Okay, so this is it now. So what I'm going to do now is to click save menu. So it's been saved now. Menu has been saved. So let's go back to the team builder. Like I said, hover over templates, then you see team builder, you right click and open in a new tab. So it's loading up now. Okay, it's all loaded up now. It's all loaded up. So you see here over the left side, you see header, you see footer, single post, single page, archive, search results, loop item, error 404. So what we will be working with now is just the header. So we are going to be clicking on this default header that is under draft. So what we are going to be doing is edit. So you click on edit to edit the header. So we are going to be adding what we need to be in the header. It's loading. Let's just give it few time to load. So what we are going to be doing here is just edit our header, add our logo, the menu that we created, then we could add a call to action button. So I'll be explaining once it's all loaded up. Oh no, so let's refresh. It took too much time to load, that's why it's showing this error. So let's just refresh. Let me minimize. Just give me a moment or so. Okay, let me just refresh my system. Okay, it's working. So our XAMPP is working. I wanted to know why it was actually slow. Let's go back and see. Yeah, it's loading now. Okay, it's loading. Okay, it's now loaded up. It's all loaded up now. So let's continue. Okay, it says the background, so we don't actually need this. We are going to be removing this. Okay, so here you will see everything about Elementor. This is just the Elementor um background, or will I say dashboard. This is the Elementor dashboard. So you see a lot of features here. See the pro version aspect. So you see a lot of features to be used. So there are a lot of features to be used. So what we are going to be doing now is creating our header. Like we said, is the header that we have to create first. So let's get started. So we click on okay. So to start that, you will look at the screen, at the white screen. You see this side, the white screen, you see a plus icon. So you're gonna click on that plus icon. So once you click on the plus icon, you're gonna click on Flexbox. Then you're gonna click on the second option. So here is it. Okay. So we have done that. Let's give it a background color. So let's style it a bit. So what you're going to be doing here is you're gonna select the content width. Over the left side of the screen, you see this edit container. So you come down, leave it as flexbox unless you know what you're doing. So then the content width, you're gonna click on full width so that it will reach from edge to edge. So what you're going to be doing again is this. Scroll down, let's scroll down and see. Okay, there's nothing else. So go to, we are going to star. You click on star. Okay, so let's give it a background. What background should be working with? For the sake of this class, I'll be working with should I work with what color should I work with? Okay, let me click on, you click on classic, the first icon there that looks like a brush. Click on it, then you see color. You're gonna click on color. So let's choose the color we'll be working with. So just choose a color that you're comfortable and you like. So let's go for purple. Let's just make it a bit lighter. I think this color is okay. Well, I'm using this purple because I wanted to use black, but I remember that my logo is actually black. So using black would actually make my logo not match. So I'll be using purple, but you could use any color of your choice. It mustn't be the same color I'm using. So you could choose your own color that you like. So you see, let's see if the thing is, so you could see that it reached to the edge to edge. So let's get to the editing aspect. So click on advanced. So you're gonna uncheck this layout under margin. So uncheck this. So I'll be explaining, let me explain what margin is. So margin is the space, outside the box, or like outside the box. So let me show you what I mean. So top, let's give it a, okay, let's change it to rem so that you see the difference. So let's just give it a 5. So you could see it's outside the box. See this space, let me see, it pushed it down. So you could see it's pushed it down. So margin is a space outside the container or outside the box, while padding is the space inside the box or inside the container. So that's what it literally means. So let's just put this back to 0. Okay, it's back. So I'm just trying to show you something. I'm just trying to explain something to you. So let's go back to add elements. So we are going to be needing another box to, what we are going to create is gonna contain 3 items. It's gonna contain three items: the logo, the menus, and the call to action button. So what we are going to be doing is this: we are going to be creating a container inside the container. So let's look for it. You could just search. Okay, I think I've passed it. Yeah, here is it. So you just click grade. Okay, so you just, okay, let's tap here. Then you see, let's change this. Okay, let's change it to flexbox. No, it's not going to give us. Change it back to grade. So we are going to change how many is gonna be showing. So this column, we actually need only one. So that's what you'll be needing. Okay, so let's now go back to add elements. So first thing we are going to be doing is adding our site logo. So let's select our site logo. So we are going to change site logo. To do that, we have to upload our own site logo. Normally, when creating a website, you have to have something you're looking at. But for the sake of this class, we don't actually have anything we are gonna be looking at. We are going to just be creative. We're just gonna be creative and create something out of it. But the rest of the sites we are going to be creating, we'll be looking at something. We'll have a prototype that we'll be looking at. Okay, let's just click no no. So let's just select our site logo image, then upload. You select file. Okay, let's go to pictures. Okay, I think it's this. Okay, so save changes. Okay, changes has been set. So let's go back to our editor. Now you're just taking a moment. Okay, think why is it doing this? Okay, it's coming on now. So we are going to be styling this. So let's just mm, click on it. So um, custom. So we are going to be editing this by ourselves so as to give it the actual shape you want it to be. So let's give it a width of 50, a height of, let's say, 50. Then let's apply and check. Oh, it's a bit too small, so let's give it here a height of 75. Let's apply and see. It's still not clear. Let's give it like, let me say 100, and then give the width. Let's give the width here a 65, and then apply. Let's see what it's gonna look like. I think it's okay. Just that. Okay, let me just increase a bit. Let's add it to 8. Then I think it should be good now. Yeah, this should serve. So let's style it the way we want it to be. So let's click on style. So the width is gonna be let's see. Okay, it's gonna be 100%. So I want it to align this way. Okay, let's check something. No, okay, there is height is gonna. Okay, think this okay. The main thing is showing. It's like I'll recreate the logo, but no. Let's just manage the logo, but I'll be recreating the logo so that it will be very visible, and I'll be using a white my white text to do that. Okay, so what else do we need? There's nothing, literally nothing. Okay, let's just click on add elements. So I'll take notes. I'll be recreating this logo. I'll be recreating the logo to use text and white text. So what we're going to be creating next is menu. So let's search menu. Okay, so drag, drop. So okay, Wait, this. There is something I'm looking for that isn't coming out. I need to adjust this. Oh, so now let me just adjust. Okay, wait. Let's check. Okay, let me see size. No, it's not here. Okay, see what we are going to be doing now is this. It's not allowing me to edit, so let's just delete. Okay, so I think no, delete this. Okay, wait, first before we delete this, let's save our color. Okay, let's click on save, create. Once it's done creating, we are going to close this. So we are going to be clicking on create flexbox. So we are going to be selecting this instead. We are going to be selecting this instead. You see, this better than the first one. So let's just yeah. Then add our color back. So you click on this first one, then so let's click on here to get our universal color. Here is it. So okay, we are back to where we were. Okay, let's click on this site's logo. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. See, it gives you the ability to adjust. You see, it gives you the ability to adjust what you are doing. So the next thing we have to do here is add our site menu. Let's just add everything we need. Then after the site menu, with I will edit later. Let me just add everything we need. We're going to click on. We're going to add a call to action button. No, it's not here. We're going to take it over to this side. So we're going to be creating a call to action button. So we adjust a bit. We're going to still adjust a bit. Adjust a bit. Okay, so let's start from here. So let's just increase this to should we give it a 100%. The height 100%. So let's just remove this and check. Okay, so let's click back and check. So we are going to switch to this side. Oh, this height is affecting others. We are going to be reducing the height to 50. No. Okay. Mm. So let's click on the about. So we're going to make this centered. Yeah. So we're going to make it centered. Here, this box. This box. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna make it like this. Direction horizontally. Okay. Then justify content center. Okay. That's what we have to be doing now. So the height. Okay. Let's go over to style. So on a normal, it should be white. So we're going to be making this white. No, oh, not the. Sorry about that. Okay, let me check something. So let's click on this, the menus. So let's check. So let's go to style our menu bar. Sorry about that. So we're going to be using the text color white. So white on hover is gonna dim a bit. So it's gonna dim a bit from white, changing a bit. So this basically it's gonna change. Then I don't actually think we need a pointer. Do we need a pointer? No. So just clear. Okay. So let's check. We don't have a drop down, so let's go back to content. I don't think we need the pointer. So we don't actually need the pointer. So the pointer on the line we're gonna put none. So we don't actually need the pointer. So let's check. The pointer is not gone, it's still loading. Once the pointer is off, let's click back on style. Then when it's active, it should be white. So you see, the pointer is actually out. So let's check. Let's check something. Okay. Yeah. So this button, what color should we do for the button? So when you're creating a website, you shouldn't use multiple colors. you shouldn't use multiple colors in your creation of or in your creation, so it will look nice. So there are three colors that I'll be using. So first of all is this purple. The next one that I'm gonna be using is white. It's gonna be white. So maybe with a touch of black, but like I said, I'm gonna be changing the color of this logo. So I'm gonna be changing the color. So that's it. Okay, so let's change the background of this image. Okay, so go to style, um, position it to the right. Yeah, I think it's okay there. Then the background type, we're gonna click on classic. Okay. So let's do something. I'm sorry. Let's use this, but a lighter shade of it. So we're going to be giving a lighter shade of the very light shade. Yeah, I think this is okay. Okay, I think this. Click here. Let's go back. There is something that I noticed. Okay, let's check on something. Okay, go to so layout. There is something I'm looking for. Okay, the height. This is it. Okay, so I actually want this to be in the center. Centered. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the same for um. Okay. Let's click on this. So this is centered. Let's center this as well. So come over here. Click on center. So should be centered. Go back to contents. No, sorry, style. Click here, centered. Wait, it's not centered as it should. Okay. Yeah. So we are going to do same for here. We're going to do same. Go to advanced. I'm gonna center this. Okay, click over here, so so centered, then this should also be centered, so centered. So I think all should be in the same line right now. Okay, they are all in the same line right now. So we are going to be going over to this side, the main container. We are going to go to advanced, then the padding, we are going to change this to em. Let's use rem. Okay, so we uncheck this. What we need is only the top, so let's check something. No, it's not doing anything. Okay, let's check. Okay, so we have the header. We have our header right now. So the next thing we have to do is to publish. So click on this save option. You display the condition. So add condition. So this is not entire site. You click on entire site. So save and close. So it's gonna publish. Okay, it's published. So let's go back. So we are going to start our design. Okay, so let's start our design. So we're going to pages, all pages. Click on the all pages to redirect you to the all pages. So it's open now. So we are going to click on edit. So click on edit for the home page. So you're going to click on edit. Okay, so you are going to click on edit with Elementor. is loading. Okay, so you see the header that we created actually came in. Oh, we made a mistake. Let's go back to the header. We forgot to edit the button. Okay, let's click back on the button. So what's gonna be here, click on the content side. What's gonna be here is hire me. Hire me. So publish. So okay, here now we are going to be designing our home page. So that's the first thing we are going to be designing. So like I said, what we are going to be creating in this home page, we are going to create the hero section. Okay, we create a menu, we did that. A header, we did that. So it's the hero section that we are going to start with now. So for the hero section, we are going to be creating that now. So click on the plus icon, then click here, then you're going to be clicking this. Okay, so you click over here. So we are going to be making the width 100%. The width is gonna be 100%. It's gonna be a full width. So so let's go to let's go over here, check position. Okay, let's click on star. It's gonna have a background. So let's click on, should we do it a slideshow? Nah, let's just use a background. So click on classic. So choose an image. So we're going to be uploading an image. Let's click on upload. So you click on select file. So we are going to be looking for, okay, let me check the download. Okay, beach, I think is this file. So upload. Okay, so we are going to click on this now. Where is the height on? Let's go back over to the layout. Let's increase. Now this should be under VH. So we are going to add this VH, and we are going to, okay, let's give it a 75 VH. Let's see, now it didn't open everything we need, so let's just increase a bit to 80 VH. So it didn't open. Let's give it a 90 VH. um let's try 100. I think 100 should do. 100 should just do it. Okay, so let me just expand and check. Okay, so 100 should do. So let's go back to the style. Click on the style. So what we are going to be doing is this now. So click on the repeat, put it on no repeat, then display size, put it on cover. You see, do you see anything different now? So click no repeat. So position, so we should put center right. Oh, no, I think center left will be better. Yeah, I think this is better. Why I think this is better is because you'll be adding a text. So we'll be adding a text over the left side, the right side, sorry. So let's get to that now. I think the color. Okay, let's add an overlay so that let's just add an overlay so that it will, when we add our text, it will be visible very well. So let's add an overlay. Okay, so the opacity, let's decrease a bit. um, mm, okay, I think this okay now. So let's click here, then we are going to be adding a header. Okay, wait, let's go back. There's been a mix up somewhere, so click this direction starts and no. Okay, yeah, so it's been fixed. So what I just did now is this, when I was selecting the section or the container, I made it to select horizontally. So but it's meant to select vertically. So this just served it. So let's continue. So you're gonna click back on the elements. So you're going to be click adding more. Wait, it didn't. Yeah, okay. So this is it. So let's start editing. So what's gonna be here is, hi, I'm the tech. So what you're going to be doing is just add your name. Okay, just add your name. No, it shouldn't be all capital. I am the tech. So we are going to be changing the color. We're going to be changing the color to white. Then I'm gonna increase the size. So I'm gonna be increasing the size. I think this okay. I'm increasing the size so that it will be very very bold and to be well seen, because this is the first thing every user is gonna be seeing when they come to the particular website. So right, let's click on the typography again. Then I think let's change this font family. What family? Oh, this the font family is okay. I'll just leave the font family. So I'm going to still increase the width. I'm gonna make it a 90. Yeah, I think the width is okay. So um what should lines height. I think the line height is okay. Or is it is too much? Let's put 0 or 1. Let me just put 0. Okay, let's leave it at 1. So we are going to be adding padding. We are going to be adding padding to shift it from the edge. You see it's at the edge. We are going to shift it so that maybe to start from where this eye is. So we're going to be giving it a padding. So remember I told you padding is the space inside the box, while margin is the space outside the box. So we're going to be unchecking that. Then going to select this thing to, let's use EM. So right, you're gonna increase, give it like 3, give it like 3. So let's check how it further it pushed it. Wait, it didn't. Let's change this to, sorry, I mean RAM. You're going to be changing to RAM, okay? So let's increase and see. I keep making this mistake. Yeah, left. Yeah. So think here is okay. Or should I? Okay, let me just move a bit further. So let's move a bit further. Let's just give it a 5 so as to be a round number. Okay, here is okay. So for the top, we are going to bring it a bit down. Gonna bring it, okay, safe. Think now start. Okay. Okay. So this, okay, I think I've written down the stuff that I want to use, the context that I want to use. So okay, let's just use this subtext that I created with ChatGPT. So let's just copy. Okay, so let's paste. So be given this as well. We've given it a color white. Okay, let's go to style. So we'll be giving it a white color. Okay, so we'll be editing this. The width is too much, so we'll be cutting the width a bit. So we are going to be cutting the width. Let's go over here, then default, custom. So we are going to be cutting the width, then giving it a padding. We're going to give it a padding left. Let's give it the same 5 we gave to these ones. So give it a padding, then let's increase the width a bit so that, yeah, I think it's okay now. I think the width is okay. So let's increase our size. The size is a bit small, so let's go back to style. Let's go back to typography. So we're going to click on size, then change this to EM and increase a bit, and let's reduce a bit. Yeah, let's add it to 1.1. So I think this is okay. So I think this is okay. Yeah. Hi, I'm the tech. Okay. Okay, so let's add a call to action button. So you'll be adding one call to, okay, let's add 2 call to action buttons. So we are going to be adding 2 call to action button. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. So we are done with this one. So let's create on the button. Let's add the button. Okay, so to do this, we are going to be adding a grid. Yeah, I let this finish loading. Okay, I think it's done. Yeah, so let's reduce this to 2, then reduce this to 1, then okay, let's leave it as box. So we are going to reduce the width of this. Let's change this to percent. So we're going to be reducing. So we are going to be moving start should didn't actually work. So there is a reason it didn't work. So I'm gonna check what the reason is. Let's go to advanced. So align item with position. I think I don't actually know if this is the one I'm to use. Okay, let's see. Okay, box with, think is this that is actually making the issue full width. Okay, so the width is gonna reduce. Yeah, I think it's that box that was actually the issue. So we still edit later. Let's just add the buttons. So add the first button here, add the second button here. So yeah, that's it now. Okay, so you're gonna edit this first one. So let's go on style. So here on style, we are going to be using the same colors that we used for the first button. So let's use this. Oh, I think that doesn't work here. Let me just go over here, click on this. Okay, let's go to style. Okay, so here is a color. I'm gonna just copy, then I'm gonna add it to our global color charts. I won't actually be looking for it next time. So let's go back, then let's come over here. So let's paste. Yeah, so we are going to style this button, so it doesn't actually need to be a four corner button. So what you're going to do is now to give it a border type. Should we give it a border? No, don't give it a border. Let's work on our border reduce. Just okay, let me change this to em. Okay, so give it a border of yeah, it's looking okay. Let's finish it one. You just copy this style. So okay, so the border, I think the border is okay already like that. Should we increase a bit? So yes, yeah, I think it's perfect like this. So let's increase the padding. No, just em. Oh, and click. No, I don't need the padding left and right. It's just top and bottom. Okay, I don't need it left and right. So let's check. Okay, no. Let's increase the size. So we need it to be catchy. We need the text to be catchy. It should be bold and clear. So let's just increase. Nah, so much. Let's do 1.5. 1.5 is okay. Let me reduce it. I think 1.4 is okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do, this is okay the way it is right now. So let's go back to the content, then remove the contents and click and write hire me. Hire me. That's what you'll be writing. So let's just adjust this thing a bit. Let's adjust this. So go back to advanced, click on advanced. So okay, it's now that is changing. So you click on advanced, then you click okay. Everything is in order. So what you're going to do is just right click, you copy, then you come over here, you paste style. Sorry, Ctrl Z, do Ctrl Z, paste style. So you see. So let's go back here. There is okay width. Go over to the width. Click here, full width. Put it on the full width. So let's put it this way. Okay. So it is. This you're going to change this to view works, or should we just leave it as what are we to write there? Is it view our work or view recent work, or should we just leave this hire me alone? Wait, let me just check something. Click over. Hi, I'm the tech. Hire me. I think this is okay. I think this is okay. So another thing you should take note is let's just leave only one button. Let's leave one to call to action button. So let's delete this. So click over here, then make this one, the column, make it 1:1. Then over here, click here, take it back to left, then give it a padding, change to rem, give it a 5. Yeah, then margin top, give it a 3. So let's check how it's looking now. Yeah, I think it's okay now. It's looking nice. So what we are going to be doing now is creating the next section. We're going to be creating the next section, which is the about page. So you could publish this in order not to lose your work. You're gonna be saving once you're done with every section. So click on add elements. Okay, still saving. Okay, there's something that I noticed now while waiting for our buttons doesn't correspond. So I'm going to go back to the header, then to this button, then make it correspond. It has to look the same. It doesn't have to. You don't need your buttons to be looking differently. So we are going to increase, give it a border radius as well. Then you're going to click publish. Okay, save and close. So we go back here. I think okay, it's published now. So we are going to go to the above section now. We're going to start creating the above section. So um what we have to be doing now is to start with adding the section. Same procedure. Click on the plus icon. So the about section will be having two mini sections. So where you will be adding the text and where you'll be adding the image. So it doesn't necessarily need a background image. It doesn't necessarily need a background image, but you could get crazy with it. You could add your own background image, add things that you feel like you want to add. So for me, I'm not gonna be adding any background image to mine. So I'm going to select these two. This one that is divided into two, the section that is divided into two. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be giving it a width. I'm going to be giving it a width 100%. I'm going to give it 100%. So for the height, I'm going to be giving it, I'll be using VH for my height. So I'm going to be giving it a 75 VH. Okay, 75 VH. So I'm going to make this full width. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna be doing is now to add my content. So I'm gonna be dragging and dropping. So I'm gonna be dragging this to here. Now I don't actually need any more sections, so I'm gonna delete this. So this is it. So the next thing I'm gonna be adding here is this is gonna contain header. Click on add. It's gonna be containing a text. So these are the two things that is gonna be containing. So for here, let's start with the image. So let's select an image. Let's go and upload. Select file. So we are going to be selecting our image. Okay, let's click on this. It's loading. It's still uploading. Okay, I think it's done. So let's just be I'm using this image, but normally I'm to use my own image. But for the sake of this class, I'll just be using this image, coffee, a notebook, and a laptop. So let's adjust this. Let's adjust this. Let's still adjust a bit. Okay. just a bit. Okay, so image resolution large, full. Think let's just leave it like that. So you're gonna click on style. The image is quite okay. What we are going to do is click over here. Then we're going to be giving this a margin so that it will have a bit space. So what we're going to be doing is change this, select run, then margin top. We're going to increase it, give it a margin top of like 3. Then I think we need to give it a right, 2, left, 2 as well. So let's check how it's gonna look. I think you still need to move out from the, let's check. No, okay, it's okay now. So we are going to give it a padding as well. So padding right, I think we're going to give it a padding right of 4. Let me check. Okay, yeah, there's space now around. So let's go back over here. Okay, so for this we are going to about us. We are going to just click about us. So let me just copy this. Then we head back. So for this, okay, this is gonna be about me. So we are going to align this centered, then change the color. We are coming to that, so let me increase the size of the text. Okay, so I think the size is okay. So I'm gonna make the line height, I'm gonna reduce the line height to just 1. So the color is gonna, okay, it's gonna be our universal, one of our universal colors. So it's not gonna be this, it's gonna be the main color. Yeah, so this is now gonna be, okay, let me paste first. So we are going to also edit this. So click on style. So I think this should be centered as well. So this, let's click here, then let's edit the size a bit. No, let's edit a bit. Okay, let's reduce a bit. Okay, let me check if it's very readable, because I want everything to be readable. I want everything to be clear and readable. I don't actually like this centered. Let me try justified. Let's see. Yeah, I prefer this justified. So okay, we are going to give it a color. So the color is gonna be black. It's gonna be black. Okay, so that's it for this. See, our site is coming out, turning out to be something. You see how I'm using just three colors to blend the website. You see, I'm using three colors to blend the website. You know, this background, we could actually use the same background to fill in the header. Don't worry, I will show you that maybe in the next video. Okay, yeah, I hope you guys are excited. You see, our website is turning out to look nice. Actually, it's turning out to look nice. So what we are going to be creating now is the service page, service section, sorry, our service section. So we are going to be doing that right now. So we are going to publish. Click on publish. Have it published? Or mm, let's just preview. Okay, it's publishing now. Reason why I do publish after every section, or after every section, creating every section, is this: in case you mistakenly reload your page, so that the work you've done will be saved. So that's why you should also as well reload every time you finish a section. Try to reload, try to publish, sorry. It's gonna save you some stress. Okay, it's published now. Oh, so let's start our service sections. So let's click service section. It's gonna be a one container. Okay, so should they go this way? Okay, let's click this. It should be, let's select this. So we'll be listing our services. In my own case, web designer, um WordPress customization, WordPress complete setup, and okay, see, just website development, WordPress customization, SEO optimization, website revamping. So this literally what I'll be adding in mine. So it's gonna be 4 sections. So let's head on to it. So what we are going to be doing now is, okay, let's make this full width. Okay, that's it now. So we actually need to add a background over here this time around. Oh no. Okay, we are gonna be adding a background, but the background we are going to be adding is going to be just color. We're going to be adding just color to the background. So what we're going to do, full width. Okay, the height, give it a height of 75 VH. So we're gonna be giving it 75 VH, sorry, 75 VH. Then gonna give it a bit padding and margin, sorry. So we change this margin to rem and click, then give it a margin of 5. Now 5 is, I think 5 is much. Let's reduce it to a bit. Let's see, 2 is okay. So let's give this a color. So go back to style. So we're gonna give it color. Let's choose the color we want it to be. So we're gonna be giving it this color. So okay, this okay now. So click on adding elements. You're going to be adding a header. So this header now, the color is gonna actually be this our main color. Gonna actually be this our main color. No, it's not looking nice. Let's make it black. Okay, let's make it black. Then center. Then we are going to increase the width a bit. Extra bold. Let's make it extra bold. Then we are going to change the text. So we are going to click and write our services. Our services. So let's go back to this typography, line height, give it a 1. Okay, so what are we to add? Okay, that's it. Then we click on add again. We're going to be adding grid. So let's add our grid below. We didn't add. Let's try again. Okay, add it below. So what we are going to be doing now is, okay, make it a full width. So what we actually need, how many columns do we need? We need only 1. Then we're gonna need 4 of this. Okay, so here now, what we are going to be doing, we are going to be adding an icon plus a text. So that's what we will be adding here, an icon plus a text. So let's start. Let's just start. Okay, so what we are going to be doing here is, okay, let's go down and look for image and text. I don't actually know the main thing they do call it, but let's search. Okay, image box. Okay, here is it. Okay, let's use this icon box. I think this icon box is better. Or should we use the image box? Let's use icon box because it's icon that we are to use. Okay, so this is literally it. So what we are going to just be doing this I think we don't need okay, let's just start designing first. So first thing we are going to be doing is web development. So we are going to be choosing, then look for icons. WordPress do have a whole lot of icon, so you could just look for, let's say, laptop. Okay, you click on this, insert, then change this to web web development. So here we just write in small text. to back the web development out. Let's maybe we create professional websites for small scale, medium scale and large scale business owners. You get, so I'm just leaving it as a dummy test. I don't actually need this, just a proof. So what we are going to be doing next is this now: changing the color of the icon. The icon position is at the top, which is okay there. So we are going to change the color. So you click on icon, click on the color. So the icon is gonna have the main color. Yeah, it's gonna have this color. So the size is pretty okay. Okay, let's check the size. I need it to be bold, and so let's let's give it a 1. Nice, small. Let's increase a bit. Okay, I think this size is okay. And then for the content, so the color of the header or the title is gonna be white. Let's give it white. Let's make it white. Then this is gonna be black. So this text alignment is gonna be, let's leave it like this. It's okay. So this okay. So hover. Okay, let's go over. When you hover on it, what color should it give? Not blue. Think let's just give it um let's give it a white, or maybe a little fade from white. Just, yeah, I think this okay. Okay, let's now style this. It's not looking pretty nice, so let's style the box. So click on the box. Okay, let's click on this. Think okay. There is an idea that came into my head, so let's go back to this. Let's go to style. Let's go to content. Let's make it black. Yeah, black. So hover. Let's also make it okay. Let's leave it. Oh wait, let's leave it. Yeah, let's go to advanced. Wait, oh sorry. Okay, let's go to advanced. So we are going to click on this box shadow skill. Okay, I'm looking for the box shadow, so we're going to style the boxes. So we're going to go to border, background, no background, border. So we're going to add a box shadow. You see, we're going to add a box shadow. So just add a bit. Yeah, think this okay. Blur bit. So yeah, this is okay. So let's give it a background. Let's change the background.